Inventory control includes several additional item components, such as location details, manufacturer's items, item reorder quantities, bill of materials, kitting items, and the item wizard. This section will cover each of these. Let's take a look at location details. The location details icon is one of the primary windows used to perform item inquiry. Here you can see the quantities on hand of an item by location, as well as selected cost values for a particular item. Using this icon, you can also determine which items you want to stock at certain locations if items are not allowed at all locations.
Let's begin with the location details. Location details is really an item inquiry window showing the quantity and cost values of a particular item by location. Selecting the desk lamp, this item is stocked in 4 locations. In addition, there is a transit location, accounting for any items that may be in transit from one location to another. The picking sequence number identifies where the item is located in the warehouse. The Allowed field indicates if the item is allowed to be stocked at the location. This way, if the item is not stocked, it will not appear on selected reports or as being out of stock at the location. Moving farther to the right, the quantity on hand at each location is displayed. How many are on purchase order, as well as on sales order. And then the cost values. The first cost field shows the unit of measure of the item at the specific location. If the item is identified using the standard cost costing method, enter the standard cost you want Accpac to use when the item is sold. For standard cost items, Accpac always uses the cost value here regardless of the actual item cost when it is received. The cost difference goes to the cost variance account. The next field shows the most recent cost of the item. When items are received, the cost from the receipt updates this field along with any additional cost allocation. The average cost field shows the average cost value of all item receipts that have been posted for the item over time that still remain in inventory. The last unit cost shows the cost of the item upon its last receipt, similar to the most recent cost field, with the exception that the last unit cost does not factor any additional costs. Accpac then displays the alternative cost values if they were defined when setting up inventory. The sample data here defined one of them called landed. As discussed earlier, alternative cost values allow you to track an additional cost value that you can then refer to later.
Let's take a look at manufacturer's items.